right, welcome back, my people. The NBA continues to thrill. A couple of disappointments in today's games. Some of the teams that actually started well lost. So we shall be looking at all of them. Welcome to yet another edition of our NBA Fantasy Salary Cup edition. Apologies for the audio yesterday, but I think today everything is all right. Of course, I need to apologize for that, but I think the gist of the video was caught, so you did not miss a lot in the audio that was not recorded. So moving on, we are currently in game day 3 and just a single day is left. So game day 6 is over, and that's what we're going to look at, and then the plans for game day 7. So game day 6, wow, there it is. Look at that. The average score was 155, and I managed to get 252. Well, you should have scored highly as well, because most of the teams were playing on that game day. Game day 6 for you right there. So on game day 6, of course, let's start with the games first, then we shall look at how my squad performed. So, of course, it kicked off with Dallas Mavericks taking on Washington Wizards, and, of course, Dallas Mavericks got back to their winning ways. Remember, they are struggling, and they are at the bottom of the Western Conference. Yes, they are at the bottom of the Western Conference. They are 2-7, so they have played 9 games, and they have lost 7 of the 9. They have just managed 2 wins since the season started. Let me just confirm that for you. Just refreshing my analytics right here. My analytics. Oh, okay. They are no longer at the bottom. Sorry, I had to refresh my page right there so that I can be up to date. So this win pulls them off the bottom, which gives them their 3rd win of the season. That is 3 wins and 7 losses. So this is good for them. Cooper Flag, of course, was available. He's a young blood, so he can play all the way. So, of course, they're still missing Anthony Davis, who is injured and is out. That's street clothes, Davis, street clothes. So he's out for a while. But they managed to beat Washington Wizards. McCollum and crew could not, CJ McCollum and crew could not help them right there. But CJ managed to score 25 points in the game and 47 points in fantasy right there. Then Cam Whitmore right there managed to score 19 points, which is a total of 28 points. That's for the Wizards. Just checking out Flag. Flag scored 12 points, which is moderate, but of course in other fields, box scores, he actually does well. That is 7 rebounds and 6 assists, and a total of 37 points for Cooper Flag right there. So that's how that one ended. Then, of course, the Toronto Raptors took on Philadelphia 76ers, and they lost to the 76ers. 76ers back to their winning ways. Remember, they are doing well. This season, they started on a high, and in the Eastern Conference, they are currently in 3rd place with 6 wins and 3 losses. That's 9 games for them played right there. So the 76ers managed to win that, and Tyrese Maxey continues to lead the way. With an average of 33.5 points per game in the season right there. That's Tyrese Maxey doing so well this season. I may actually consider bringing him in because those numbers are actually too good, too attractive to just let them be right there. And he's actually moderately costed, but of course he's continuously going higher and higher. So the sooner you bring him in, the better it is and will be for you, so that you can earn those. Actually, I would dare to say that you can build around him, because remember, the players that you can build around, they have a philosophy, 55 points per game on average. And he's actually done that for all the games with an exception of just the one that they played against Brooklyn Nets right there. And of course, they lost that one to Brooklyn Nets, which is one of their two losses that they have had one of the three losses that they have had this season, because they are 16-3 right there. Okay, so Tyrese Maxey in this one managed to score 31 points and 7 assists and 4 rebounds, which is a total of 58 points for Tyrese Maxey. Joel Embiid is also back. He's in and out, but trying to get back to his usual self, managed to accumulate 46 fantasy points and scoring 29. I think this is the highest he's scored this season. Okay, yeah, indeed it is the highest he's scored this season. 6 rebounds and 4 assists. I think he's feeling left out on his own. He better come back too, otherwise this team is actually going to beat Tyrese Maxey's team. Then, of course, Edgecombe, our rookie of the year as we speak. I think he is actually rookie of the year as we speak. Managed to accumulate 37 fantasy points, and of course scored a total of 11 points in the game, 7 rebounds and 4 assists right there for the little man. Then RJ Barrett right there scoring 37 fantasy points and 22 in the game with 6 assists and 3 rebounds right there. Then Emmanuel Quickly resurges with 22 points, 6 rebounds and 6 assists, 40 in total fantasy points right there. Brandon Ingram, not quite either, scoring 21 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists and 39 points in that one right there. Then another shocker. This is one of the shockers that I was talking about in the game today. So the Los Angeles Lakers actually lost their 3rd game, and they moved from 3rd place down to 4th place, and they have been surpassed by none other than the best player on earth, Denver Nuggets, Nikola Jokic and company right there. So the 3rd loss actually puts them at 7-3, and Denver Nuggets are at 7-2. Who are actually tied with San Antonio Spurs in 2nd place, who are also 7-2. And of course, number 1 is Oklahoma City Thunders, who are 9-1. Remember the shock defeat that they had to the Portland Trail Blazers. The Blazers actually blazed past the champions. They were not taking prisoners. So Luka Doncic this time had an off night. But by Luka's standards, an off night is actually very good. He managed to score a total of 52 points right there. 22 points in the game, 5 rebounds, and 11 assists right there for the LA Lakers. But it wasn't enough, of course, actually, which is even a surprise, is that the Atlanta Hawks did not have their star player with them. Yeah. So it was this new kid. He's actually in the front court indeed. It has to be Mohammed Guy. Just 4.5 million is his salary, so you can bring him in. But I would assume that this is just a one-off. And of course, once the team gets back to shape, he might drop off, so maybe you can hold off on getting him. Do not rush for him. He's cheap, but I wouldn't advise you getting him. So he managed to score a rare 51 points, 21 in the game, 7 rebounds and 7 assists. Then Zachariah Richiche managed to score 19 points, 4 assists and 1 rebound. That's 34 points in the game. Luka could not work his magic. Dalton Connect finally, there's a sighting of him after his on and off antics, managing 14 points right there. So Luka wasn't 8-10, didn't show up either. Oh no, am I seeing something? Oh no, I hope I didn't see what I saw. Then, of course, Aiton managed to score 11, which is down because I thought he had actually come back to form because he scored 29 in game day one game. That's in this week, game week 3, game day 1 against Portland Trail Blazers. He scored 29 points. Then in game day 3, scored against San Antonio Spurs, scored 22. And then now he's back down to 11, which is just a total of 16 points. The person that I did not hope, okay, it's just Bronny, not LeBron. Bronny managed to score, I think this is the highest, no, not quite. He actually played some good games, it's just that this time he got a bit more minutes. Managed to score 9 points. I want to say it's the highest points he has scored. Yes, it is. That is 9 points in a game. For the first time, he nearly almost entered the double digits. Okay, maybe there's hope for him. Let's wait and see how that goes right there. So the Lakers lost that one to the Atlanta Hawks, and yeah, that settles that. Then we go to another clash of the Titans. Chicago Bulls taking on Cleveland Cavaliers. This is actually what they call the clash of the Titans because it's at the top of the table. But of course, this Chicago's loss gives them their third loss, and of course they fall all the way to 5th in the Eastern Conference. Cleveland Cavaliers are clinging on closer to Detroit Pistons. Detroit Pistons are actually leading this Eastern Conference. They are 7-2. Cleveland in second place, 7-3. Philly comes in third place, 6-3. Milwaukee Bucks comes in fourth place, 6-3. Chicago Bulls comes in in fifth place, 6-3 as well. So they lost this one. It was a close one. I think I have highlights of this one. We're going to definitely look at it and, of course, try to understand how Berselli only managed 4 points in the game. Okay, he played 17 minutes. I hope he didn't get injured, but those are signs of injuries usually. A player like him should have played longer. Josh Giddey didn't have a good one, but managed 15 points, 45 in total, nearly a double-double. That's 9 rebounds right there for him. Then Donovan Mitchell showed up for his team. That's 50 points, 29 in the game, 6 rebounds and 6 assists for Donovan Mitchell right there. Let's look at the highlights of that one. Here it is. All right. So that's Hunter. Hunter actually was among the high scorers for his team, Cleveland Cavaliers. That's Donovan Mitchell right there. Mowgli. Nice pass to Mowgli. Right there. That's Hunter from downtown. He actually has the shot from his days in Atlanta Hawks. That's Mowgli stripped. Giddey with the ball. Can he get Okoro? He goes all the way on the board. That's Giddey. It's actually his team right there. Josh Giddey back to Tyson. And that's a shot from downtown. Tyson again. Wow. Okay. That was Williams from downtown. That's Josh Giddey with a nice turn and Butievich on and one. So we're going to skip towards the end so that we can get... okay. Just hold on. It's freezing again. I need to invest in a bigger, better machine which functions a bit better. Okay, just give me a few seconds just so I can have it functioning right again. Okay. Okay, just making a few refreshes right here. Hope that helps. I hope that helps because I want to show these videos. This is a clash of the Titans. Anyway, we shall come back to it. Let me just give it a few seconds so that it can recombobulate, as they say. It is discombobulated. All right, that's Murray. Sam Murray is actually a very good point guard. I don't know how he's performing in the games, but he's a considerably good, serviceable player. But he's highly. I think this is too much to pay. Yeah. So the Chicago Bulls ended up losing by just by just 4 points to the Cavaliers in the game right there. Then the Portland Trail Blazers, this blazing hot team, because they keep winning games that they are not supposed to win and then lose the ones they're supposed to win. They're actually down in seventh place in the Western Conference. They are 5-4. And of course, it's not a good score right there for them. They ended up losing this one to Miami Heat. It was another close one. And I think I had highlights for that one as well. But my PC is freezing, so I'm giving it a while. Danny Avdia, we know he's a long-range sharpshooter right there, scoring 63 points in that game and 33 points in the game, 63 fantasy points, and a double-double. Of course, he had 11 rebounds and 8 assists right there for his squad. But it wasn't enough because Nikola Jokic showed up. There was his sighting, managing to get 61 fantasy points, scoring 29 in the game, nearly double-double with 9 rebounds and 7 assists right there for Jokic as we speak. Jules Holiday was present for the Miami Heat, but managed to score 65 points. Wow, that's very good. We had a double-double actually. He had a double-double, managing to score 18 points in the game, nearly triple-double, 9 rebounds and 13 assists, which is a total of 65 points for Jules Holiday right there. Let's see if this machine is back in action so that we can skip to the end of these highlights. Okay, let's see. Just going to skip to the end. Okay, so this is 10 minutes. I need to skip a bit further. So this is 1 minute on the clock. And just because we need to see that 3-pointer, sorry, from Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell just took over. So this is 5. Okay, let's go there. That's Donovan Mitchell, crosses the half court, shoots from downtown, basket. So that brings them to within 3 points. This is 1 minute on the clock. Donovan Mitchell taking over. Nice layup, brings him to just 1 point. You're looking for Mitchell, given to Mitchell. Mitchell goes up and one, gives them the lead. Wow, they just threw away the lead right like that. Wow. Cleveland Cavaliers crawled their way out of the hole. The Bulls could not react. Donovan Mitchell just went off. So this is 4 minutes, 4 seconds. It's too little, too late, honestly. Too little, too late. They didn't score in the last 5 minutes a single point, which saw them lose the game, of course, right there. And yet they had the lead with 5 minutes on the clock towards the end of the game. But, well, it wasn't meant to be. Then, of course, like we said, the Portland Trail Blazers lost to the Miami Heat by 5 points in that game of theirs. So, jumping to yet another good game, we had New Orleans Pelicans taking on San Antonio Spurs and Wemby, the man, the myth, and of course they welcome back De'Aaron Fox. Wow, De'Aaron Fox returns and well, he didn't even need to start. He starts on a heater. 24 points, he scored 3 rebounds and 3 assists for De'Aaron, which is a total of 36 fantasy points. He's much needed assistance to his San Antonio Spurs team, because the games are coming thick and fast. So if you can have depth in strength in depth, of course, that would help your team go far and farther ahead. So Wemby managed to score 54 points in that one, which is a 18 fantasy points. I'm sorry, 54 fantasy points coming from 18 points in the game and 18 rebounds for Wemby. Wow, that was something else. I think I have those highlights. Let me just skip through. So this is the Avdia game. Then this is the Wembenyama game. I'm going to skip towards the end. Okay, so here it is. So this is San Antonio Spurs taking on. Wow, that's goaltend. That's a goaltend. No way. But look at Wemby pulling. All right, so these are the De'Aaron Fox, right? This is 1 minute on the clock. Right, the De'Aaron Fox won. There was a time he won the most clutch player, scoring the most points in the last 5 minutes of each game. So he got it, especially the mid ranges. Of course, the king of the mid ranges is Shea Gilgeous-Alexander right there. That's Wembenyama with the lob. Perfect. Wow. That's Castle. Vassell. Back to Wemby. He's got a three. You better step up. Not that you can defend it anyway. That's Wembenyama right there. That's easy. Murphy the third from downtown. Murphy the third right there. Wembenyama. These guys cannot handle Wemby. They are all too small. It doesn't matter. With Wemby, it doesn't matter. Once he's in the D, it is a basket. Murphy the third trying to keep his team in. Vassell crossing the center. Back to Vassell. Basket. That's basket from Vassell right there. So I'm going to skip a bit ahead towards the end. So this is 3 minutes. Champagne, I remember him missing those free throws that cost his team the game. Nice lob. That's an and one. This is 1 minute on the clock. 6 points separating them. This was actually a done deal. They had a wide enough cushion. This is the De'Aaron Fox with his mid ranges. Wow, nice spec. Then step forward. As the De'Aaron Fox is back and is on form. So they had enough cushion on that one. That was Wembenyama with the rejection. And another rebound right there for Wemby. All right. So that's how that one went. There's just one more. I hope my machine will be able to let us watch it. But let's finish the run through the games. Indiana Pacers, of course, lost to the Denver Nuggets. And this, of course, saw the Denver Nuggets rise in the standings of the Western Conference, surpassing the LA Lakers right there with this win, because the Lakers lost their third game earlier on in the day. The Denver Nuggets, this win right here against Indiana Pacers, so they move up a slot, just getting close to second place San Antonio Spurs. All right. So Nikola Jokic, of course, was, you can guess who the player of the day was. Not that Nikola Jokic is, but he may be. I'm just saying guess. You can guess in the comment section. And don't forget, please, to like and share this. And of course, to hit the subscribe button. We always need those subscriptions. Please keep subscribing, people. So Nikola Jokic managed to score 77 points right there. Fantasy points in the game. And of course, he had another triple-double right there for Nikola Jokic, scoring 32 points in the game, 14 rebounds, and 14 assists. Wow. This player's box plus minus is unheard of. It's actually in double figures. If you to see Nikola Jokic's box plus minus, it is, I don't even know how to refer to it. So his box plus minus, let me just pull those stats for you. Just hold on. Nikola Jokic. Okay, my machine is freezing. Come on. All right. I can't get the box plus minus. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't get them. Okay, I can't get them. Let me see if I can get his score sheet. Nikola Jokic, where are you? Okay, let me just pull that. Let me just pull that. That's Nikola Jokic right there. Yep, there it is. He has 14.3 box plus minus. Last season, I don't even know. That season he had 18.8 box plus minus. Now, box plus minus basically is the score that you're on and off. When you're on, how much you contribute, minus when you're off, how much your team suffers. So every time he's on, the Denver Nuggets get 14 for every minute he's on. I think it's in 100. They get a chunk of 100 for every 100 minutes you're on. 14.3. Now, in comparison, let me pull, let's say, who can we say? Okay, let's say the leading player, average score. I'm going to pull Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, pull Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Tyrese Maxey, so that you have a look and a comparison on the box plus minus. Now, um, you remember the box plus minus of Nikola Jokic is here. That's 14.3. So I'm going to scroll down to the box plus minus of this is Tyrese Maxey right here. Okay, so Tyrese Maxey right there. He's the leading scorer. He's averaging 33.2 points per game and is leading the leaderboard of the highest scoring average. So in the 2025-2026, his box plus minus is 7.9, which is very, very good. Very, very good. And I'm going to show you something. So this is Giannis Antetokounmpo in second, yeah, he's actually in second place. He's averaging 33.4. Tyrese Maxey is averaging. Oh, actually, Giannis Antetokounmpo is on. Okay, this score is not accurate. It doesn't add the other games. Okay, I'm going to let that be. Okay, so box plus minus is 7.9. Giannis Antetokounmpo's box plus minus is 7.0. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. And these are the good players. These are the best players out there in the league at the moment as we speak. This is Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Okay, so Shea box plus 7.9, more or less the same as Tyrese Maxey. Let me bring your favorite player. Okay, other people's favorite player, not mine, but other people's favorite players. That is LeBron James, if I can even find him anywhere. I may not be able to, but I'm just going to search LA Lakers, go to their roster, and then I pull. Okay, he has not played a game this season, I'll give him that, but I want to show you from last season. LeBron, why I keep saying that LeBron James should just retire. This is why. So, this is LeBron James. Come on, guys, you can't hoodwink us. Can't hoodwink us. Look at them. Anyway, let me blow this out so that we can see. Wow, they have not yet loaded his stats. This man is something else. Anyway, so you can see from the last 5 games that he played in April 2025. This was this year, last season, of course. His box plus minus is negative 14, meaning that every time he's on the court, the Lakers lose 14 points. That is my point. LeBron is not playing to win. LeBron is playing to stack up sheets, to pad his scores, to make his legacy look good, but he's not actually out there grinding for the team so that they are able to win. So you see his box plus minus. This is negative 14, -4. His box plus minus is always in negatives. This is the first time he was in positive. Then look at this, 22 minus 22. And this is the player that, anyway, let me not get all worked up. But yeah, LeBron, people that keep jazzing LeBron, come on. People, come on. He's nowhere compared to the best players that are in the league at the moment. All right, then of course Tom Hardaway showed up right there for the Denver Nuggets, 17 points, and of course that was enough for them. Then the final game, of course, was Phoenix taking on LA Clippers, and of course Phoenix Suns managed to win that 104-103. Devin Booker with 21 points, scoring 49 fantasy points, and Ivank Zubac managing score 44 points, 21 in the game. All right, so that wrapped up all the games. My squad that I picked, everybody delivered. Drew Holiday gave me 65 points. VJ Combs gave me 35 points. Victor Wembanyama scored 54. George gave me 21, and Nikola Jokic gave me 77, which is a total of 252. That is a very good game day 6. Now, the final game day of the week will be closing at 11 p.m. So you better get those squads set and ready. So tonight, let me see if I have any players that will be playing. Yes, I do. VJ Combs will be, Edgecombe will be playing. Mignon finally gets a start for my team. Then so I have Rawlings, so which means Wemby. The Greek Freak will be in action tonight. Okay, so I'm fielding 4, which is good considering the games that we have. They're actually considerable number of games. So I'm fielding 4. That's Mignon, VJ Edgecombe, Rawlings, and AJ Mitchell. Couple of rookies right there for me. My games are in the rookies' hands. All right, so they were of course positive after this game day. I had to have positive arrows right there. Just moved up, and of course if I can keep consistency, we can actually get there. All right. Okay, so here we go. So can you guess who the player of the day was? Going once. Okay, just looking at the current week schedule, we're just left with 1 week, so one more deadline and then we start game week 4. So those of you who have been missing transfers, these are some of the players that you could pick up. AJ continues to be available and scoring well. James Jr., then Ryan Rawlings, Giannis Antetokounmpo, although he has a flag on him, but this man is a beast. Nothing can stop him. Then most of the players that they're letting go of, actually, I'm thinking of letting go of Victor Wembanyama and bringing in, which big was I thinking about? Giannis Antetokounmpo, actually. He's the big I was thinking of. Then I have to let go of Reeves and maybe get one of those serviceable players. I'm thinking Luka, but Luka is a bit expensive. I might let him go and get another consistent player in his place right there. Okay, so we don't know if Giannis will play tonight, but if you're looking to bring him, be warned, he has a flag on him. And so the player of the day, can you guess who that is? The player of the night, of course, was Nikola Jokic, as they beat Indiana Pacers 100-117, and which saw the team move up 1 slot to 3rd place in the Western Conference and gave them a 7-2 record of the season at the moment. So they are starting well and they are playing well right there. He's averaging 25.2 points per game, 13.0 rebounds per game, and 11.9 assists per game. So in the game he scored 30. It was a triple-double. Scored 32, 14 rebounds, 14 assists, 0 blocks, 1 steal, and 77 fantasy points. So that concludes our session today, guys. Have a wonderful rest of the week. It's just one day left, and then we conclude game week 3 going into game week 4. So all the best. Break a leg. Enjoy the NBA. Enjoy the sports. Peace out.